Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Thursday night, aka Friday Eve.
Yay.
Yay, we're almost there.
I can smell the weekend.
I'm still going to be working all weekend.
Yeah,
That's just the story of my life at this point.
it truly is. So, we welcome you back to a Friday Eve episode of Ladies Night. If you're out there in the chat, please let us know that you are here and accounted for. I already see Bill.
Bill, I've talked to him 3 times this week already. This is getting a little old there, sir. I am here. I am just making our post on Facebook, see if we can get people to come in and join us.
Well, we've got 5 people. So, Bill.
There you go.
And Mr. Nast is somewhere.
The Rev is here as well somewhere.
And the Reverend is lurking.
Who else is with us?
Yes. Who else is out there on this wonderfully rainy night?
No, it's absolutely miserable outside. Absolutely miserable.
It is.
Part of me hopes it continues to go all through till tomorrow, because if that's the case, then I have a really easy day tomorrow.
Maybe.
Then I just have to reschedule a couple jobs and
I won't.
No. So, but I am a little bit of a sneak peek, as we will. The website is coming together.
I'm so excited for this.
I know. So I spent the past 2 days working on getting all of our items up. I have done 18 so far. I have 2, 4, 6 left to list, and hoping, God's willing, that we will go live on Sunday.
That's exciting. That's very exciting.
Very, very, very anxious about it. Very, very anxious. It's been definitely a long time coming. It's been a pipe dream of mine for a while, and with talking to my psychiatrist, with everything that happened, this is my outlet of being creative and healing. So we will be doing that. Holland's Customs will also be the authorized and only retailer for the Basement Show merch.
Woohoo.
So we will have our t-shirts, our hoodies. I'm working with Mr. Nast right now about getting lanyards done, tote bags. We are going to have a little bit of everything. I know the Reverend is talking about his ladies' underwear line, as we will call it.
Feminine garments.
Feminine garments. Yes, but in the Reverend's eyes, it has to be one type of garments. It cannot be, fulls or boy shorts. It has to be a thong.
Yes.
Yes, butterflies. He had the conversation with Mr. Bill today. If Mr. Bill was going to be our tester, there's no way possible we are going to be able to get an image on a G-string. If you want to sit in the den with little, I can see it now. He's going to have a foam board with little push pins trying to stretch it out so he can get the design on it. But in the same aspect, if the ladies want their garments, then why can't we do boxers for men?
True. But not all men prefer boxers. Some like boxer briefs. Some like the nut pouches.
Kenny.
Oh my God, he hates those things.
I know. I was actually thinking about him today. We are starting to go through all my graphics and everything, and I have a whole folder dedicated to gnomes. A whole folder dedicated to gnomes.
Are you going to make him a gnome shirt with every gnome print on there?
I was thinking about doing a hoodie because that's what he seems to wear most of the time. And I was going to put hanging with my gnomies.
That would be great.
We have to record his reaction though.
Of course, absolutely.
I would have to. Hanging with my nomies.
But speaking of undergarments, like honestly, what's your go-to? Because mine are, like the comfy, cheeky ones. I'm past the age of wearing butt floss because I'm out of my 20s, I'm out of my 30s. Hell, into my 30s, I was already wearing like keys, and I was just like, yeah, there's no need for this. There's no need for butt floss.
I kind of went with that. I will wear butt floss on occasion, but with health issues and after giving birth twice, foals have become, they're just fucking comfortable. But of course, I have my go to period panties, which every woman has those few pair.
And they're usually black.
And they're usually black. They've seen hell and high water.
Horrors.
But they're extremely comfortable
Mm-hmm.
because they've been worn and beaten to say. So my biggest complaint was I had, and I have no shame in saying it, I had probably a great collection of underwear before the fire, and then the fire happened and I had to rebuy everything, and I'm like, I just lost thousands of dollars in underwear. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck? And then there was an article, let me see if I can pull it up, that I found.
Do you know that more gynecologists recommend that women wear 100% cotton or nothing at all? Because according to them, your hoo-hoo needs to breathe.
Yes. Oh, you said his favorite word.
I said hoo-hoo.
Yeah, and one of his favorite words. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to breathe, but did you also know you're supposed to change your entire underwear collection every 3 to 6 months?
See, I saw 6 to 9, which is why I'm like starting to go through mine. I'm getting rid of stuff like that I don't wear. That, like, what was the point of it? Granted, yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous. But I'm looking at Cheek Boss.
And is that one of the subscription services?
Yeah, I used to do another one before, and their underwear was hit or miss. It was really soft. It wasn't cotton, but it was really super soft. And sometimes they were really good, and sometimes they were absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Sometimes they stayed up, sometimes they fell off.
Yep.
But I want to see what the Cheek Boss does. And then if that seems to work, then I will migrate some more of my underwear to the refuse bin because it's stuff that I don't wear. And I've come to the conclusion that I prefer to be comfortable than sit there and try to pick a piece of string out of my behind.
Well, that's one of the things that Grimm used to ask me all the time is, how do you not feel the string? And after a while, you're so used to it, it's just there.
It is. Granted, you always got to keep a pair or two around because if you wear pants that show panty lines,
mm-hmm.
you don't want to go down that route. Or if you have a dress that's a little snug,
mm-hmm.
sometimes it's best to go with less.
Right.
But then you have to worry about when you sit down whether or not you get the dress stuck in your butt.
That is true. That is true. And then microthongs. Yes, I know you enjoy your microthongs. There is not much to them. The only thing that a microthong is good for is either A, you're a dancer, or B, it's sex time. It's the only thing a micro is good for.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
Exactly. But with going commando as well, too, I know people that can do it, and I know people that can't. I can do it as long as I'm not wearing jeans. If I have jeans on, I can't. I can't do it. The material irks me. I can't do it.
I personally can't because it's a mindset that I have that, you always got to have.
Yeah.
You always got to have something on because God forbid you got to run out of the house in the middle of the night. Like, if Kenny falls out of the bed and cracks his head on the nightstand, I've got to be
pushed
able
him
to,
out of bed.
No, if Kenny falls out of bed. It doesn't mean, there wasn't a rabbit kick involved to get him
Mm-hmm.
out of the bed, but if in case he falls out of the bed, then we
Yes.
got to be able to pull clothes on really quickly. And thank God it's still hoodie season where we can run around and go, do I have a bra on? Nobody knows,
Nope.
but only I do.
Nobody knows. Only me. Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, I look at it. It's the same thing concept with a bra. It's, you know, bras are for those that are heavy chested. I will say, like you and I, the best feeling in the world is getting home and snapping that clip. Free the girls. Um,
I'm
but
guilty of undoing that on the turnpike on the way home from your house and just flinging it in the back.
oh, I don't know how many times I've just thrown it. Stop trying to grab my boob. I don't know how many times that I've thrown them at him randomly. But that's like the sneak. The sneak was, yeah, as Bill said, free
Free
the
the
puppies.
puppies.
That is the best feeling in the fucking world. It really, honestly is.
It's the equivalent to men coming in from a day of work, taking their shoes off, and then taking their pants off, and that kind of just, get that relief from being confined all day.
Mm-hmm. And I
Um,
mean, it may be different for women that have a smaller chest size, but women that have a heavier cup size, we have to carry that weight and it's pushed up, and then our shoulders hurt and our backs hurt, and we just come home and it's just like, oh,
Thank you.
thank you. But I mean, I must have to admit, working from home, I don't put a bra on.
I live in like one of these comfy bralettes where it holds me in place and it makes it look like I have somewhat of a shape, but it has absolutely no support. And it is the most comfortable thing in the world. And that is pretty much what I wear during the week. And if I'm going out, um, I still wear a wireless bra, but it's a more of a regular bra after that.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I have support in sports bras. I wore them when I came home from the hospital just because I wasn't moving around really well. But most of the time, I used to be very big on buying Victoria's Secret bras. Will not deny it. Was huge into it. Now it's just like, okay, I'm at the point. Who's going to see it besides him? Besides Grimm? They don't have to be pretty. They don't have to be fancy. I go to Walmart and buy the $5 bras.
I wish I could fit in a Walmart bra, but I can't. So I have to buy Torrid bras.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm going to say that Torrid bras are great when they have the underwire in them. They do hold up a lot longer than, say, like Cacique, which is the Lane Bryant version. Lane Bryant makes some of the most comfortable stay-at-home comfy bras ever. The one I'm
But I
wearing
heard they're
tonight,
pricey.
they're pricey, but the bras that don't have any padding or anything, like something you can just throw on, they are worth their weight in gold.
Okay.
It's the pink one that you've seen me wear when I come over to your house when it's just me.
No, well, yeah, but like I said, you came over the other day. I'm surprised you didn't come over in your onesie.
I wanted to, but I was told I had to adult.
Does he not realize that this is a safe zone?
I'm 40 years old. I really shouldn't be going out in a onesie.
You could come over in your moo for all I fucking care.
It's not moo season yet.
Not yet.
No. Moo season is coming, though. And
It is coming.
My razor told me that it was frightened.
No, was it?
No, it's not. Because for right now, it's good for like once a month. I do the legs and the underarms. Very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Grimm said, he's 51 and he still doesn't adult. We all know that. We know that you are a
Man,
giant
child, oppressed.
Yeah, he's a giant
Which
man.
one are you looking at? Adulting is no fun.
Yes.
That's not me.
Oh, that's Sir Nass. Okay, well, adulting is no fun. I hate it. All right, so Sir Nass said adulting is no fun, and then Grimm said 51 still don't adult. No, he doesn't adult.
No, but
trying to have a conversation with him today about, things that we need to buy from the house, and I'm sitting here with him, and we're at my computer, and I'm like, all right, I'm putting in the Amazon cart a couple things that like we need for the kitchen. Like I want to get a replacement drip pan for the air fryer. They
Yeah.
get dirty really, really quickly. And they smell and they get gunctified. And I was like, all right, we need that. And then he's like, okay, let's go through the sale items. And he goes, well, there's the pet vacuum that you plug in and you brush the dog and it sucks the hair off. I said, okay, but we have a dog that barely sheds, and then I have a dog that sheds like crazy twice a year. Luna, for being short hair, sheds like fucking crazy. Where Blockhead, on the other hand, just it doesn't matter. But it would work well for the gremlin, the bedroom gremlins.
The bedroom gremlins.
Yes, the bedroom gremlins. Which Froky made his great escape this morning.
Really?
Came out, sat on top of the Lego table, and just looked. And I said, dude, if you mess with those Legos, you're going to end one of your lives.
Or all of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, even when we have them out, for those who don't know, I have 2 Mancoon mix kittens. I have Evie, and then I have Froky. They're both Pokemon names for the kids. AJ and Hope were very, very big cat lovers. AJ, his first cat was Squirt, which was my Mancoon Tabby mix, who was a royal bitch. To those who she didn't know. And AJ had always wanted another Mancoon, and it wasn't in the budget at the time. The rescue that Grimm and I worked with for a very long time, the bunny rescue, they had gotten these 2 kittens in. They were in horrible shape. They were not taken care of. They were super malnourished. And she reached out to me and she's like, I know you have Mancoon experience. Can you take them? And they've been with me ever since. Froky is a big silver colorish. He's my big boy. He is the shoulder cat. He wants to be on your shoulder or on top of your head at all times. And Evie just looks like a standard
Tabby?
There we go. I was going to say Torty. Looks like a standard tabby. She's my feisty little shit starter.
And then I have a tabby that I named Tokyo Drift because we still can't catch her. Kenny apparently got her, and I was out for the count.
He lived to tell about it.
Well, he trapped her in the office, and then he was able to pick her up, and then she sat with him for a half an hour and let him pet her and everything. So, we're going to take baby steps.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely getting somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we still have to lock her into a room so we can pick her up, but
yeah, well. But that is, the wonderful world of animals. Yeah. I haven't even been able to cut Froky and Evie's nails. Like, that's going to be a scruff and bedpin.
Or do you want me to help you with that?
No, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
What about your spooter?
My
Your spider?
Oh, the weather hasn't been good to ship him because it's still too cold and they won't ship if it's not over 50 degrees. Let's see, I will send this to Grimm so he can show everybody what we are talking about. Save image. Save. Let's see if I can get him to desktop.
I know you said that New Jersey Exotic Pets is a hike from you guys.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I just want to see the skunks.
We have to call and see if they have them.
They are. They're taking deposits.
Right, but some of the stuff they put on the websites and they don't actually have in the stores. The owner privately has them in his house.
The one skunk that they have there is like their
It's Lucas. That is what I will be getting soon. This is the cartoon version of Lucas. Lucas is a tiny, tiny, tiny jumping spider. Their habitat is only at least 5 by 3 inches. They don't live very long, but I'm obsessed with the Lucas Spider cartoon. It's actually all Damon and Britt's fault, and now I just want a Lucas. Why are you poking Lucas's eyes out? So, all right, let's do a roll call real quick. We have 5 people here who's still here.
Yes,
Bueller.
yes. Who is out there? Who is out there on this wonderful? What do you? Oh, Morgan.
Morgan will not come over if I have Lucas. I will have to put Lucas in the bedroom and pray to God she doesn't find out about it. I'll actually have to probably put it in the closet in the bedroom because Morgan will go play with the gremlins, see it, scream bloody murder, and run.
I think Kenny would actually disown me if I got a skunk.
Well, I mean, Grimm and I looked at it a while ago. There is a color pattern called the lavender, and it's a very light color gray. And we did a lot of research on them, and the funny thing is, you can have them descented here, but across the pond, it's illegal to descent them. So you have the risk of you walk in at night, you scare this thing, you're getting sprayed.
Possibly.
But I don't know if I actually have a picture of when I was working at Full House Pets. We had, one of our normals had a pet skunk, and he used to bring her in all the time. I'm trying to see if I can find the picture. For the life of me right now, I cannot think of what her name was. She used to ride in the shopping cart. You could not hold her unless you were the owner. They are very, very owner selective. But he came in to get like the stuff for her litter box because you can litter train them.
Yep.
And her favorite thing in the world was superworms. Superworms, she would go absolutely batshit crazy for. I'm trying to find this picture of her. Yeah, like I said, she loved the superworms. Oh, her name was Petal. That's what her name was. Petal the skunk.
It's not bad.
No. Like I said, she was a very, very sweet, loving little skunky that you could pet and, all of that. I don't have the pictures anymore, unfortunately. I have all the pictures of all the other critters. Oh, wait. Here's a picture of the beloved Now of the Squirtle's kitten.
Squirtle.
Grimm and I have had a wide variety of animals.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Jules. We've always had the dogs. Our first dog that we had was Miss Penny Lane. Penny Lane was a rescue out of Kensington. There's the Squirtles. That's the grumpy face. That is the typical grumpy face. Leave me the hell alone. Do not mess with me. If you come near me, I'm going to take your eyes out. Is your pen dead?
Might be.
Might be. But we had Miss Penny Lane, as I said.
Penny
Lane was a brindle pit shepherd that came out of Kensington. She was a abuse victim. I actually didn't tell Grimm I got her until she showed up, and I thought that was one of the first times that I thought my husband was actually going to murder me.
One of many.
Hi, Amber. And then we've had the cats. We've had ferrets. At one time, we had 3 of them. I had Kristoff, Odin, and Elsa. I'll give you the guess on who named Elsa. She was pure white, red eyes. Her and Kristoff were cage mates. They were found roaming outside of a frat house with alcohol poisoning. Elsa is actually still living and with Heather because she took to Heather like immediately. And Heather fell in love with her, and they have her. Unfortunately, Kristoff and Odin we lost in the fire. Kristoff was probably 23 inches. He was a big boy. and a big lover. So we had them. We had rats. We had Grimm's Pride and Joy, which I will bring up a picture of him now. Reverend had a panther chameleon. I don't know if you ever got to meet Marzi. Marzi was his pride and his joy. We got him as a tiny, tiny, tiny little hatchling. And that was Daddy's best friend. He loved his daddy. He loved shitting on Britt. Britt would hold him and he'd shit all over her. It was like clockwork. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
That is the Marzi boy sitting with Daddy as he was cooking.
Hey, on my birthday last year.
Yep. Mars, we could open the cage in the morning, let him completely walk around the house. He would not go anywhere. His favorite place to be was on top of the curtain rods. He used to sit on Grimm's head all the time. I think that looks like he was getting ready to shed because his feet looked pretty translucent. Yeah, I think he may have been getting ready to shed. Cern asked, why are rats evil? If you would have met Remy was the sweetest, most docile thing in the world. I know I have a picture of her somewhere. Remy was Grimm's baby. He used to take her everywhere. She would go in the car. Here she is. He would go in the car with us. Grimm could take her we would walk into PetSmart and she would stay on his shoulder. And when she had enough, she would go into his hoodie and just sleep. She would never go to the bathroom, never anything like that. Jotty, I guarantee, was it a male or a female? I am not a huge fan of male rats. I've never had luck with them. You're going to have to scroll down a little bit. There's the Remy girl. She was actually scheduled to be terminated because she was born with a defect and was missing toes.
Can't tell.
It's her other foot. Yeah, you can't see. But yeah, that was, I'd get her out in the morning and she think they were all females. If the problem is with females is if you're new or if you're, hey Kev.
Hi, Kev.
If your hands may have smelled like food or anything like that, they could have fit in. But normally they're fairly docile. My friend Jamie has, I think 23 of them. What other animals am I missing, sir? What else did we have besides the rabbits? We had the reptiles. I at one point had a Savannah monitor. We had a Nile monitor. We had bearded dragons. We had a sulcata tortoise. We had all kinds of stuff.
You had a bird too.
Yes, very on in the relationship, we did have birds.
And cichlids.
Dakota.
Oh, yes, I forgot about your beloved Dakota. Yes, the cichlids. I will never, ever, ever own another cichlid as long as I live.
Oh, come on. Those fish aren't that evil.
No, but go to give birth and come home to two cichlids that are not supposed to breed.
No, Dakota.
I know. We're talking about the cichlids right now.
I'm not talking about cichlids. I'm talking about Dakota.
I will talk about Dakota in a minute.
And Jasmine.
I will talk about Dakota and Jasmine in a second. But yeah, two different breeds of cichlids that are not supposed to breed end up breeding. I go into labor, and there's so many fish eggs that it kills my filter. Oh, yes, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. We had Franklin.
Yeah. Franklin the turtle.
And then we had Bucky, and we had Mikey. Bucky and Mikey actually got released into a local lake because they were getting way too big, and it was not fair to keep them into a tank.
Mm-hmm.
And Bubby came to me and went one day and went, Mommy, it's not fair for them to live in a tank. They need to go back outside. And I said, are we sure we want to do this? He goes, yep, I can do this. So we went to a local lake because they were eating goldfish anyway. So they knew how to hunt. And we went and we released them. Nope, who came to see you? Tokyo? you adrift.
She's on the chair next to me.
Maybe she'll pop her head up and say hello.
No. No such luck.
Steffi said she handled Mikey from the time that he was a quarter. We actually got Mikey from Sir Nass's grandparents used to live on the Pennsauken Creek. And that's where Mikey came from. He was one of the babies that Sir Nass's grandfather dug up. And then what Grimm is talking about is his beloved Dakota. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Now, here's a funny story. So we all know how big Grimm is. And we know that he is big and scary to those who don't know him. And,
Yes, my bunny slippers are shivering.
Yeah, exactly. The bunny, they're shivering in their boots. Well, Grimm had 2 personal pets that were his. Nobody could touch them. Nobody could mess them. And the first one, this is... Oh, I almost put that in the wrong spot. This is Miss Jasmine. Jasmine was a 3-year-old pure white Rex who was a foster fail. She came to us because she was a behavioral issue and she was a known biter. And she got a whiff of the Reverend and it was all she wrote. That is her sitting on her box watching TV with Daddy. She would come out, she would jump right in his lap and sit with him, and she wouldn't move. That was her and her daddy. Didn't care about anything else in the world. And then, where is Coda? And this is Dakota. Dakota was one of the very hard-hitting animals that we lost. Dakota had a very, very rough life. Her previous owners no longer wanted her and threw her outside. A hawk grabbed her, realized that she was too big to eat, and dropped her. Dakota was a chinchilla. And that is Miss Coda. She wasn't a big fan of being held, but would come up to you, rub up on you, give you kisses, bring you presents. She'd bring you her toys and everything. So she was a good girl. Did I get everybody else there?
For the most part.
For the most part. Ron said LOL Crick. Yes, the Pennsauken Crick. So, but yeah, I mean, we've had our fair share of animals. Now we just have the 2 dogs and the 2 cats, and we are content. I would love to have another rabbit, but unfortunately, I have a hunting dog, and that's not going to go well. That's not going to go well at all. Luna very well may just go, oh, toy!
I think that might be Freya, but
I don't know, because Freya's so gentle. Like, when we took Freya up to go meet Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell's this big, Freya just laid there and let Tinkerbell kick the shit out of her. The only part that got scary is Freya yawned and Tinkerbell thought it was a good idea to climb inside of her mouth. And we're all going, Freya, don't move, don't move, don't move.
No, no.
Yeah, she's being a butthead tonight.
Stop.
I have a dog that wants to be physically touching me and Daddy at the same time. Velcro puppy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting her a bed for underneath my desk. That way she'll just go underneath of my desk and she'll lay down and she will be content.
Content.
So,
Right.
huh?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I know it's wishful thinking, but So yeah, they are all the critters that we've had. When you walk into my apartment now, you go into a giant. The first wall that you see when you walk into the apartment is the animal wall. It has pictures of all of our babies that we have, we've lost, so forth and so on. I mean, you can always just come here and visit my crazies too. Yes, Amanda, you have Amanda actually has one of our bunnies. She has. Why am I drawing a blank? Darkness and. Babe.
What?
Darkness and who was.
Ghost.
Ghost. Amanda has Ghost. Ghost was a pure white rabbit that was deaf. And she did not do well with Bubby. Her and Bubby were not friends. Oh, there's Tokyo Drift.
Yep, there's Tokyo Drift, aka Raywin. She is the feral cat that I adopted back in October. She was born in April, so she's coming up on being a year old. She is more like a blotched tabby, not a striped tabby. So we're working on socializing her with the other two cats that we have here. Felix is her best friend, but she does not come to you. She runs from you. So this is the closest I've gotten to her without having to lock her in a room so I can pick her up so we can trim her murder mittens. But that is the kitten that Kenny almost killed me over.
Yes. And Amanda, speaking of animals, I am so very sorry to hear about Pipsqueak. I know how much he meant to you and Miki. I'm so very sorry about that. Pipsqueak was one of Amanda's ducks. He was actually born with a deformity in his beak. And he was actually inside for a while and was being hand-fed and all of that. And unfortunately, Pipsqueak has joined the Rainbow Bridge, which leads me to something that I want to share with you guys. For anybody that knew my children, knew that we are firm believers that the children run the Rainbow Bridge. Every day. This is one of the pictures that I have made of the children at the Rainbow Bridge. So that is the kids taking care of everybody. What the hell just happened with my monitors? So that is, I have another one that I can't seem to locate right this second, but I have another one that has them sitting on a bench with bunnies underneath of them. So that is where we believe anybody that knew my children knew that they were huge animal lovers. There wasn't a time that we wouldn't go out and it would be, oh, there's an animal on the side of the road. Let's bring him home. Well, that's a fox. We can't bring a fox home. Doesn't work that way.
No.
Especially when it's dead on the side.
Except, do you remember when that song, What Does a Fox Say, came out? How obnoxious that was. Well, I was working in Burlington City at the time, and we were going to work. The kids didn't have school, so they went for the ride. And there was, unfortunately, a fox that had been hit by a car on the side of the road. And Bubby, in his infinite wisdom, goes, what does a fox say? Nothing. He's dead on the side of the MFN road. So that was, he definitely has the humor. Oh, God, my glasses are bothering me now. He definitely has he had his father's humor. Yeah. What does the fox say? Nothing. He's dead on the side of the MFN road. We all kind of just went, what? Thanks, Julie. I've actually been playing a lot with a AI app, which I've actually kind of gotten yelled at for because I keep messing with people. I did one of Morgan and Kevin, and Morgan said she was going to divorce Kevin because he looked creepy. There's one of Dee Dee. Mr. Nast looks like a 70s version Don Johnson. Hey, I didn't say Trump. I did not say Trump.
Trump.
Funny story about What Does a Fox Say. When I was pregnant with Chase, we played a bunch of songs with The Phone on My Belly, and was the only song he moved to, What Does a Fox Say? When I was pregnant with AJ, I don't know if the Phillies were in the World Series or getting ready for the World Series, but we were sitting at my parents', we were watching the game, and they hit a home run, and my mom starts screaming, and you just see my stomach completely turn. He completely did a barrel roll, and you could see his hands and his feet pushing out of my stomach. It was the strangest feeling in the world, and I thought I was going to vomit everywhere because it was not okay. Both AJ and Hope in utero loved Trans-Siberian. That was their go-to, Trans-Siberian. Daddy had them listening to Black Label Society. They listened to Slayer. They listened to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I think we have a picture of Hopi in a Slayer onesie. No, it's not Slayer. It's typo negative. Uh-oh. What is she getting into now?
Little one, don't eat the box.
But why? Boxes are fun.
This is a sealed box that has Kenny's suit in it for the wedding that we have to have it taken out. He has to try it on, and then we have to figure out like alterations for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that arrived today, and she's chewing on the tape. On other news, I scored a brand new hospital blanket style.
Nice.
For the bed upstairs, for our bed, for $22.
Nice. Where'd you get it?
Amazon.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of really, really good deals. Let's move into our notorious topic of shopping.
Yep.
So let's see. A lot of my stuff right now is stuff for the business. Let's see. Like I've been looking at. I hate chopping vegetables. I despise it, detest it. I would rather do anything in the world. I've been looking
at that slapper.
That slap chopper, yeah. That's all over TikTok. So we were looking at that. I showed Big Daddy the tapestry that you sent me. I think that's definitely coming. I also was looking at today, they are silicone molds you put on baking sheets.
Mm-hmm.
That you can cook the different things and, do that. Mr. Snass scored a big Amazon last week. He got his mic for $55. Yes, his pretty mic. The hell was that? Where's Freya? You hear that thumping?
Right.
Right.
Oh, here comes Luna.
Oh, okay. It got really, really quiet, and then there was a loud thump and crash. So I didn't quite know who did what and who was where. But Luna's in here, which means Freya was picking on her. All right. So today's deals on Amazon, a lot of ice makers.
No.
Yeah, one for $58. I'm just like,
yeah, there's a lot of ice makers, a lot of battery backups. I've been seeing a lot today, which for anybody nowadays that is a device home, you always need that. What's the matter?
There was a shooting not too far from the house.
Oh. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was down at the other side of town, but they've been progressively getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. There was one in Maple Shade, literally 3 blocks from my parents' house. It was a drive-by.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. And then a day later, it was either a day or 2 days later after the drive-by, a house burned up. Burned to the ground. Magically. But we won't get into the politics of the Maple Shade Fire Department because that's here nor there. And my mommy always taught me if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So, going back to the Amazon deals, a lot of vacuums are on sale. I'm picky with vacuums.
So am I.
I'm very, very picky.
Kenny wants to get a Dyson Animal, and I'm going, why?
Honestly, I went with the Shark Animal for that reason. I've been through Dyson. My mom has a Dyson. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the steering part of it because the ball just makes it very, very awkward. Vacuum wise, I will only use a Shark. It's what I've had for years. They've lasted me. I remember one year AJ was very, very little. My vacuum died a week before Christmas. And what did Grimm get me for Christmas?
A vacuum.
A new vacuum. He got a lot of shit about that one. All right. Can the both of you out? Go. Goodbye. You're not climbing. Don't you give me your shit. Now you get life with dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, vacuums are on sale. Alarm systems for the house, like the ring sets, are on sale like crazy right now. What else? What else do we have here? I had to explain to Grimm today what a walking treadmill was. The one without the handles that you put underneath your desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had never seen one today. He goes, "Where are the handles?" I said, "There are none." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Because it's meant for you to put underneath your desk and you walk on it while you're working."
Yeah, that's where you get a stand-up desk.
Yeah, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. And he goes, "Oh." So there's that. There's a lot of carpet cleaners on sale. I have my preference. I am Bissell all the way. I'm waiting to see if she's going to do it. You see her in the background? Waiting to see if she was going to do it. There's a lot of Peloton-like bikes, and a lot of the litter robots. What is your feeling on the litter robot?
Kenny wants to get one, just because he's tired of cleaning up the litter boxes. There's 4 of them downstairs.
Right.
And he just wants something that's for ease. And I'm like, okay.
They're expensive.
$400 refurbished.
Yeah, they're like $400 or $500. I don't know if I could justify it. I mean, I only have 2 and they only have 1 box. We tried having 2 boxes and they didn't use the other one. They are very particular with their 1 box. They will only use 1 box.
This would be neat for you.
At the bookshelf. That's awesome. That's just something I have to rebuy all the books that I physically have. I mean, a lot of them I have, as same as we have them on our tablets.
Yeah. Oh my God, my new book dropped.
Did it? Nice.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So yeah. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day because we will not shut up about our books.
Oh, absolutely not.
Dee and I have our book boyfriends that we will love forever and a day. And our favorite characters.
Mine are monsters.
Yeah, yours are. Well, mine are too. I mean, I have, my paranormal. Hi, Brit. Brit is, as we see, Brit is not with us tonight. She is with the CJ because today is CJ's birthday. She's getting old. Yeah,
everybody's 12.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe CJ's 25. Yeah. So old. Friggin' baby.
Once in a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very long time ago. Before I even met Grimm. You were 25 with how many kids?
What?
How many kids did you have at 25? 2?
2.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it would have been Alex. You all right?
Yeah, my chair locked because the dog hit me.
No, it would have been Alex and Brandon. CJ says hi, y'all. Hi, CJs. So back to the Amazon finds: massage guns, air purifiers, a lot of headphones.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people are doing like streaming or online gaming. Kenny's convinced we're going into another lockdown. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. Norovirus is picking up, and it's supposed to be really bad this time.
I've never had the neurovirus.
You and I complain about our stomach on a daily basis. Times that by like 10.
So living in the bathroom.
Working from a commode is how I would justify it.
No, that would be living in the bathroom. I'm sorry. Work, I'm sorry. There is an issue that I cannot explain. Just know that I am incapacitated and cannot function as a human right now. If
Here,
you need
better
me,
let-
I will have my.
Here, let me show you.
Kev said, I'm not locking down again. Never, no way. Speaking, Sir Peak, did your wife happen to talk to you about Saturday? Because I have not heard back from her. That's on another note. Ooh, satin bed sets are on sale, 30% off.
Yeah, but I don't want to like try to climb into bed and like slide across the room either.
Oh, you don't want to have a slip and slide?
No, thank you.
See, Grimm is very particular on his sheets.
Jersey knits only.
That's how we were for a while, and then my grandmother found these sets by Sealy. They're the cooling sheets,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all he will use. He will not use anything else.
Sealy's cooling sheets.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can
Do,
pull them up.
do they have deep pockets for?
Yes. For king beds, yes, they do. Sealy cooling. I think it's just Sealy. I'm almost positive.
And the best place is where you find them.
Yeah, we find them at Big Lots.
Really?
Yeah. I was shocked. Maybe it's not Sealy. Hold on. I'm
Yeah, it's
looking.
silly.
Is it Sealy? Temperature. Maybe help if I spelled Sealy right. Temperature cooling sheets. I mean, but there's a bunch of companies that make them. But yeah, they have the deep pockets. They're epic. And I think when I get them at Big Lots, I think it's like $30 for a king set.
Really?
Yeah. So the Big Lots by me has them. We have that. Grimm and I also have an $8,000 bed. Brit knows. I hear a squeak. Yes, you hear a squeaky. Thank God you're not on the phone. And if you call me and do it, I'm going to strangle you. Kevin's favorite thing is to call me randomly out of the blue and whistle to get the dogs fired up because he thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. It is to the point now that if Luna hears his truck, we're done. She's at the door barking and jumping and what's the matter?
Reading.
About the shooting?
No, I think I might have found them.
Haha, now I'm preoccupied at the moment online. Oh, are you playing? You're playing Call of Duty. Or you're playing Fortnite. You're playing one of your gaming. Tell your wife to get in here.
The Clean Comfort?
Yeah, that may be them. That may be them.
Amazon has them. Amazon for $43.99.
That's not bad.
And they have an 18-inch deep pocket.
Yeah. That's what we have on our bed. I have 3 sets of them. I have it in blue, gray. I gave the white ones to Britt and Damon because we can't have white sheets in this house. That's a critical no-no. Not with 2 big dogs.
No. So what's going on Saturday?
Well, we've been trying to coordinate with Miss Morgan. She has been dealing with some belly issues and stomach issues, so she's been doing the elimination diets.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I both know the fun that comes with that. So we talked, and we were talking about Saturday, us getting together So I think they're going to come down Saturday at some point, but I am still waiting for Sir Nast to let me know if we have to take him so he can go get the tires done on his car because Sir Nast needs tires. And I think that's about it. I mean, you and Kenny are more than welcome to trek down if you guys don't have plans already.
We do. Maybe. Um, we have a family birthday party to go to Saturday from 6 to 9. If Kenny is not feeling better by then, we are not going. But earlier in that afternoon, I have my version of self care, which is getting my nails done.
You got your nail appointment.
I do, and I'm having her cut them down because these things are ridiculously long.
That's how my last set works.
Like,
Yeah, they are definitely the daggers. What's pissing me off is I still have one.
yeah, but it'll come off in time.
Yeah, it's just aggravating me. I'm still nursing back the one that was really, really bad. That
Yeah.
was definitely, the doctor looked at it when I went for my B12 injection and she goes, yep, you definitely ripped it off. You could do a pop-up show of getting her nails done. You could, well, she'd have to talk to her stylist to see if she'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I have to make sure that she's okay with that. I can't just pop online because if she's not comfortable with showing everything, like showing how she works and showing her location and everything. I mean, she does advertise online, but she is a one-woman show who owns her own shop, and it's been 3 years. And I followed this woman from where she was to her place that she owns now. When I moved from where I used to live with my parents all the way up to Pottstown, she's still the only nail tech I'll go to.
Yep. Hi, Gary. Well, thanks for
Hi,
coming
Gary.
in and say hello. So, yeah, I think I have to talk with Morgan and find out what is on the safe list food-wise, because I don't want to feed her something that's very well going to kill her.
Well, let's see here. Tomorrow is Friday, and if Kenny can't eat solid foods, then I'm going to have to put pizza in a blender.
Ew.
Yum.
Ew. Yeah, Pizza Fridays.
Well, kind of. We finally had Pudge's cheesesteaks.
Oh, did you?
Holy bananas.
Wasn't that good, huh?
Oh, they are so good.
Stop.
I haven't had a good cheesesteak. And I don't know how long.
Well, Pudge's is as close as we're going to get to Philly without going to Tony Luke's.
Exactly. Well, honey.
We won't talk about steak.
Yeah. Big Daddy is still kind of recovering from last night. I decided to try a Facebook recipe last night. Modified.
And it sounds like it backfired.
It was just too greasy. Because they were supposed to be cooked in a muffin tin. Unfortunately, I swore that we had one. Go to find out that we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to take ground beef and you put the bacon inside the muffin tin, then you put the ground beef in, mold it around, put cheese on it, throw it in. I didn't have muffin tin. And I didn't have necessarily ground beef. I had prime rib burgers. So I wrapped the bacon in them, threw them on a baking sheet, cooked them for 25 minutes, took them out, threw the cheese on them, put them back. And unfortunately, the grease had nowhere to go. Therefore, I was in the bathroom and
things happened.
Yes. I mean, after all, you only have one bathroom in that place, may need one out back. That is true. That is one of the requirements for a future home is that we need 2 bathrooms. Have to have 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, Kenny and I have 1 bathroom, and God help us if one of us has a stomach bug.
Mm-hmm.
No, Johnny, we'll just have you dig a hole out back. You'll be fine.
We'll build an outhouse.
Yeah, just a big hole in the ground.
We'll build an outhouse. That's like somebody was asking. I was reading an article about a lady that has she has Bislas. She has potty trained them. Legitimately trained them to go on the toilet. I know you could do it with cats, but can you imagine a 65-pound dog sitting on the toilet? Because I can't.
What a like females I can see, like a female dog I can see doing it.
Yes.
I don't know how the males are gonna do it unless they like drape themselves across the bowl.
Well, I mean, Ace was the staffy that we had. Ace squatted to pee. He always had. He never lifted his leg. But I mean, I guess if you train them young enough, it could work. But can you imagine Freya trying to sit on the toilet?
Would not work.
No, it'd be hysterical though. We would have to change the butt napkins, my lord, to. Well, Freya's new thing, I can just watch Bruce Almighty. There you go. Freya's new thing is Johnny was getting ready to leave last night, and I get the dogs out. They go and do their business, and I come back in, and Freya's sitting in the living room with the roll of toilet paper. Because Mommy left it on the bathtub instead of putting it on the cart where it's supposed to go, and Freya decided she wanted to eat a roll of toilet paper.
Fiber.
So
Keep it regular.
Grimm, I think it is time for you to jump on with Dee Dee so I can go have my smoke.
Oh yeah, how did she do with the half a tub of country crock?
Nothing. No side effects. Nothing. No diarrhea. Nothing. But this is also a dog that should have been dead months ago because of the shit that she eats. But we will let Grimm have that conversation. So I'm going to mute myself, and I will be back in a few seconds.
And right now it's just me. While we wait for the Reverend to join us, we have to pry him from the coffin. Oh, there he is.
Yep. Oh, fucking asshole.
Oh.
She doesn't mean to. She just wants to do it. The problem is
she's in the damn way.
The problem is you have a toy.
Yeah, the problem is that just really jacked up that knee even further.
Move, Mommy. We'll get your dumpling.
There, that's better. No, she hit the. All right, I'll be in the kitchen. Freya just decided to hit that. That's just Friday is break time for Grimm. No break for you. No, she hit the tear thing that makes it go up and down. She grabbed me 2 bottles of water. And the other day I had a lot of problems with the knee. And I don't know. I didn't even know what the hell I did to the knee. But I couldn't put any like pressure on it. And it was just excruciating. Well, of course, she just hit it and it drops my chair all the way down. So it gets the hip and the knee. And of course, it's the hip that's already been replaced. So it's not any fun to begin with.
No. So thank God this week is almost over because it has been hellacious at best.
It's almost over. But anyway, it just feels like it's just day in and day out anymore. It doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, well, Monday I spent all day with Kenny because the lucky bastard was off from work for President's Day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, it was back to normal because he was back to work. And then today, Kenny unfortunately was very much under the weather and visited the doctor. So I have a very grumpy husband at the moment. And he is on some antibiotics to help kick his system back to normal. He is on medication that I can't touch because I'm allergic to it, but I'm not allergic to penicillin. So riddle me that one. But I cannot.
That will guarantee to kill anything.
Well, I can't have amoxicillin. I am allergic.
But I'm saying, drink Jaeger. Jaeger was originally started for him as a medicine.
I don't have Jaeger.
I do.
I'm not coming to get Jaeger.
It should always be on tap in this house, even though I don't even drink anymore. I just like opening a bottle and smelling it.
What about Jaeger scented candles?
That could be interesting.
Jaeger wax melts.
I think I would like the wax melt better than this candle. Pepe's on.
Oh,
Cool. I'll come out and make friends with Pepe. I would like the wax melts better because the wax melts, at least they still stay that kind of smell. Candles, sometimes after you burn them, they got that burnt like smell to it.
did you see these new things that they have? It's a light bulb and it's over a candle and it's a warmer and it melts the wax without burning the candle and it lasts so much longer.
Hmm.
My cousin has one and then she was showing me and she goes, I can't live a day without smelling clean linen. And I'm going, that's a mighty, mighty potent smell.
Yeah, we have warmers.
Right. The warmers go from the bottom up. This goes from the top down and it helps push the smell out.
That's cool. You know, we had an issue the one time with a Walmart candle. You know, Shannon used to like burning candles. Well, at the old Morristown house, way back years ago, Shannon was burning a candle in the bathroom. And the wicks went down and it was at the bottom of the candle and it went into the oil. And the next thing I know, there's like a fireball like 5 feet tall. And I'm going, oh shit, how are we going to get this out? And in the process, it was like, get me a lid. So I could put the lid onto it and the jar actually burst. And I was like, that's it. No more lighting candles. And especially after last year. Closest thing I get to fire besides the stove is lighting my cigarette or a joint. And that's about that.
Yes, you threw it out the window.
Yeah.
That I remember.
Dragon's blood wax melts are awesome. Because if you're not tired, you actually light some, you get some dragon's blood going, your ass is going out. There's just something naturally in it that just puts you right out.
See, I use dragon's blood when Kenny's not home. And I do it like once or twice a week. And it doesn't make me tired.
Me, it just mellows me. It used to knock the kids on their ass. But I've got what the fuck was that? Damn dog. I've got incense burners that are the water fountain ones.
Yeah, I have one.
And I've got what'd she get?
Knew I heard something.
I heard something. What was it? Is it all chewed up?
It's got a couple little stuff in it. Nothing bad, but it's broken tail.
Okay, good. Put her ass in the crate.
What did she break? One of the ravens?
She got to my candle raven, knocked it down, and started getting ready to chew it up. So there's a couple little scars in it.
Get over here.
So she is going to a crate for timeout. She is at that point right now. I understand she is still a puppy, that she's 10 months old, but she is a puppy / teenager right now.
Yeah, it's revolt against the world.
Yeah, when she's a year old, she'll be more like a teenager until the age of 2. And then at the age of 2, then they become adults. But right now, she's at that, I'm into everything, and I'm going to rebel against everything because, I'm a puppy teenager. So she's got to go to crate for a little while and mellow her ass out.
And crates, crates have always been safe haven for them.
Yep. Crate's kind of one of those things. It's not a punishment either. Crate is one of those things that, yes, you go there when you are being punished because you are told you're being punished, but crate is also a place to go for safety.
Penny loves her crate.
And we tell everybody, if the dog is in the crate, even if the door is open, do not go and mess with the dog. The dog wants time alone.
Penny loves her crate. Penny used to put herself to bed.
Yep. Tell Penny to go to bed, and she'd go off and go to bed.
Yes, she would.
Back to stage.
I am back.
Once you jump in,
I am back. All right. Grimm, you can go take. Just be careful. Peppy is at the front of the tires of the Benz, so just be careful. I did see the tail when I went out there, and you could definitely smell that he has freak.
yeah, something's different.
So. Oh, sorry guys, you'll be but it's almost bedtime. I am running on exactly 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Laid down last night, and it was one of those nights that just nothing was on my mind, but my mind couldn't quiet.
I had something on my mind at 4 o'clock, and it was called throwing up in the toilet.
Yeah, I was just laying down. We went to bed. I laid there, stared at the ceiling, watched some TV, played on my phone for a little bit, which is the worst thing to fucking do. But went up, came in for smoking a cigarette, and got into bed. And Grimm turns around at me and goes, "I don't feel good." And I said, "Okay, well, what's the matter?" "I'm going to vomit." I said, "Okay, well, get the hell out of bed and go." And then, I think the whole block heard him vomit because he is not a quiet puker.
Blah!
Yeah, it is exactly what it is. He is not a quiet vomiter. So the dogs didn't move, which I was surprised about, but, and then I think I finally fell asleep about 5, and then I was back up at 7:30.
Yeah.
And then I slept for a little bit after work. Usually when I get done work, we lay down for a little bit, but I think the ginkgo brain pills are making it very hard for me to sleep.
Oh, so there is a downside to them.
Yeah, so I am now moving them to taking them first thing in the morning and seeing how that works. I'll take it with my antidepressant and go from there. Speaking of antidepressants, let me look up that name of that gene testing.
Yes, thank you.
For antidepressants.
I had one of those nights last night too. Like I was tired and I was laying down, and I run a YouTube show in the background that I can just listen to mindlessly, and it was like my brain was going, "Here, let's relive this, let's relive that." Oh, you can feel the anxiety in your stomach, and then you just sit there and go, "It's in the past. You're not that person anymore."
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is called Gene Sight. And what it does for those who are listening that want to know what we're talking about. Prime example, I've been on antidepressants now for probably well over 20 years. No, I can't say that. I've been on antidepressants since I was about 18 years old. And I was running through a bunch of them. I had maxed out on Zoloft. I had maxed out on Lexapro. I had maxed out on lithium. Nothing was working for me. Cymbalta made me sick as a dog. And my psychiatrist said, "All right, we are going to do what a gene sight test is, and that is a simple mouth swab. It gets sent right to your house. You swab your mouth, you send it back, and it gives you 3 categories of A, B, and C. A does not work at all. B is limited, and C is what works for you the best with your genetic makeup. And everything, the Zoloft, Lexapro, lithium was all in column A. Now I am on Prestige. I've been on Prestige now going on 2 months, and I can definitely tell the difference. Um, so if anybody is out there and they feel like their antidepressant isn't doing anything and you've tried multiples, ask your doctor for the gene site test. It's simple, it's quick. I had results. I did it on a Thursday, sent it back Friday, and had the results Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's not bad.
No. I mean, and they do it, it's covered by almost all insurances. It's $0 out of pocket for most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, most commercials. I think the max that you would pay for it is like $5 or $10.
That's not bad at all.
No. And then you take the results, go right to your doctor. See, Grimm isn't here for us to show. I'll send it to him when he comes in. It will show you what it looks like. Uses directed, moderate, interaction, significant, which is it doesn't work for your system. So, and because of that, I've become a lot better. I'm not taking my Xanax as frequently. Xanax is highly, highly addicting. Highly. So, all right, let's do a roll call real quick. We are at 20 after 10. It says we have 6.
Yes. Who's out there in the Ethernet?
I know that.
Interwebs?
I believe the Cernast is still on Twitch.
There's Bill.
Well, Bill, you didn't fall asleep. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Let's see. Who else is out there?
I know Grimm has it up on his computer. So that's
Don't be shy.
Another one. It may just be a quiet night.
It very well be. It may be the rain that everybody's just kind of like, meh.
Curled up on the couch with a blanket, being couch gremlin. There's nothing wrong with that.
Couch gremlin.
I know after the broadcast, I am actually, when Grimm comes in, I'm actually going to take my medicine. Let that start kicking in, and that way, when I crawl into bed, I could hopefully pass the hell out.
Yep, I took mine already. So.
There we go. Grimm is walking back in. Hey, hon.
Yeah.
Can you get me my meds out of the bin? Because I'm taking a hole, I have to get it out of the bottle. Can you hand me my bottle, please?
Which bottle?
The tramadol.
Oh, you're taking that. You're not taking the other thing.
That is tramadol is what I take.
Oh, I thought you were taking the what's called.
Is it tramadol or trazodone? Maybe trazodone.
No, I thought you were taking a gummy.
No, I'm not taking a gummy.
No, you said earlier you were taking a gummy.
No, tramadol is a very strong painkiller.
Yeah, I don't remember. It says TRAM on the top of the bottle.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for it.
It should be there.
Trazodone.
Trazodone is the sleepy med.
Ah, yes, sleep medicine. That sometimes
That
it's
was
helpful.
Strange though outside.
Huh?
That was strange outside.
Why? What was strange outside?
Heard a dove.
You heard a dove.
At this time of
This
the
time
night?
at night? Very, very confused. So yes, typically I take half of a pill every night to go to bed, but because I have not been sleeping, I texted with my doctor, and she said before I go into a bender where I don't sleep for a week, we're going to take a full.
Like me.
And we're going to see what a full does.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, I'll be a little late for work tomorrow.
A little late is fine. 2 hours is not.
No. I know. If my boss doesn't hear from me by 8:35, he calls me.
My beloved husband wakes me up before he leaves.
Mm.
And every time he does it, I either swing or kick at him
There you go.
because I'm normally like dead asleep.
Well, what time does he get up to leave for work?
6.
Yeah.
But he goes to sleep after I do because I think it's the whole thing with his CPAP that because he spent so many years getting poor sleep, that now that he gets good sleep, he doesn't require quite as many hours.
Right.
And then he asked me why I can sleep so much. I'm going, well, for one, diabetics tend to get sleepy when they eat because it's
Yep.
the sugar. And I go, it's also scientifically proven that women need between 9 and 10 hours of sleep for them to be functioning. I was like, see, sleeping or beauty sleep is a real thing.
Yeah.
I just woke up 10 years early.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the time is I will struggle during the week, and then Friday nights we're not going to bed till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because we do the Grimm show, and then we're up, and he's all amped up, so he's not ready to go to bed, or it's not time for him to take his meds. And then Saturday I sleep until about noon, and then I get up and go shit. But
See, all during the work week, I don't want to get out of bed. Saturday morning comes, 7 o'clock in the morning. Guess who's awake?
Yeah. Guess who's up and ready to function? I mean, we have to get up early on Saturday because we have some errands to run in the morning. And then, Kevin and Morgan are coming. And then, Sunday is usually my cleaning day where I will clean everything in the house. Um, so yeah, that's about that. So
I plan on reading a little bit on Saturday. I have a feeling that Kenny's not going to want to go anywhere. He's probably still going to be very sore,
yeah.
possibly a little swollen, and he might still be a little cranky. And I don't like to leave him alone. Like, I don't mind if I'm going to go get my nails done because I know I'm not going to be away from him for that long. But if I'm going to be away from him longer than like 20, you've seen it when I was away
Yeah.
from him for 24 hours. I don't sleep.
No, that is the biggest. I think it's funny is I look at couples now that, prime example, when Grimm and I got together, we slept right next to each other and we were always there. Now we have 2 dogs between us. And we sleep on opposite sides of the bed. But if I'm not in bed, he doesn't sleep worth a shit. If he's not in bed, I don't sleep worth a shit. When I had just come home from the hospital, I was bedbound for a while because I just couldn't move around, or I was on the couch, and it was just, all right, I'm really, really tired. We got to go lay down. And he's like, well, I'm not ready. That's why he has the Xbox in the bedroom, because he'll wait for me to go to sleep, and he will, put his Xbox on and he'll play a game.
Yeah.
So we're actually on the hunt for headphones for him for the bedroom. That way, once I fall asleep, I'm good. I'm out. I don't hear anything, but I have to get there first.
Yeah, I go to sleep. I need to be in complete darkness. I have to be in the right position. It has to be the right temperature. One foot might have to be out from underneath the covers.
Yep.
But once I go down and finally start going to sleep, there's no stopping me unless something god awful is happening.
Right. I mean, with us, I'm usually the first one in bed. Luna is right up next to me. She's either curled up in the donut or she is laying flat, and she's right up by my head. This afternoon when we laid down, she was flat, and then Blockhead decided she wanted to come plop down on top of her. And then he wraps his arm around Freya because Freya is a giant pillow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all that extra skin is for. She is a very good pillow. Lately, I've hit the pillow and been out like a light. Last night, only slept 5 hours, but felt like I slept 10. I would kill
for that feeling.
Yeah, I would kill for it. Lately, it's if I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, it's a good thing. But I do feel an insomnia bender coming. That's why I'm starting to medicate early to see if I can nip it in the butt. Because if not, I will go 3 to 4 days with maybe 2 hours of sleep, and I will be a raging bitch.
Hi, Shy.
So hello, Shy. Um, so yeah, I mean that's the other thing. What is your feeling on weighted blankets?
Love it. When I have an anxiety attack, I tell Kenny I'm going to go up and lay down. He goes, "You want your weighted blanket?" And the weighted blanket is actually on the floor under my bed so he can pull it out and put it over me. And what it does is it feels like somebody's hugging me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go to sleep and then he'll come and take it off and I will just stay asleep. But it helps calm the anxiety that I feel. I haven't had to use it in a while. It's also really good when your stomach hurts because it's
Hmm.
that consistent pressure and it's
Huh.
not just in one spot, it's everywhere, but it helps.
Everywhere. Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Oh, you have a weighted massaging heating pad. Well,
That's
please
awesome.
by all means let us know where you got it and if you have a link to it. Oh, it
Yeah.
covers your oh yeah.
Oh, please share.
Yes. Please let us know because the little one over there is forever cold.
Yeah, forever cold. The great sides of being anemic. I mean, I have my heated sharper image mermaid tail, as I call it. Um, and that I actually keep by the computer desk. But we actually had maintenance here the other day to find out why it was so cold in the apartment. And the thermostat had been running for 300 hours and needed to be recalibrated.
Interesting.
So it wasn't ever calibrated before we moved in. So it had to be recalibrated. And now, as you can see, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, which is not typical unless I'm cooking. And I'm comfortable. So that is that. But I mean, sleep, the weighted blanket may be good for Grimm. He's
Um the
very,
next
very particular.
the next time that we come down, I will have Kenny help me carry it to the car because mine is a 15-pound
Oh, yeah, yours is a
weighted
heavy.
blanket. This is meant for people who are larger. It is a sharper image one that I actually won while I still worked at Lowe's.
There we go. Good old Lowe's. I had to deal with them today. I actually had to call the store after I got off the phone with you and talk to somebody at the millworking department to find out what kind of door this customer had and what their because Home Depot and Lowe's, we carry a lot of the same stuff, but Lowe's has a different series of Feather River where we have the other series, and I had to call them today to find out weighted blanket for adults to find out, what kind of door it was. Ooh, they have a hand knit weighted blanket. Hmm.
Yeah, the weighted blankets are definitely good for people who have like anxiety. It's also good for those who need like compression.
Yeah.
It helps push fluid back where it's supposed to be. I thought I had a cat on my foot there for a second. It was just a cord.
So
Um,
this one is 20 pounds. It's 60 by 80, cooling heavy blanket, sleeping perfect and it gives weight ranges.
yeah, you can select the weight ratio, and it'll fit like a certain body type.
Okay. See,
Uh,
I would want one. I have to have a, I guess, I guess it would be a velour blanket. I have to have the really, really soft one,
mhm.
and I put it up against my face and I sleep on it, and I have to have it or else I can't sleep.
See, I can't put the blanket by my face. I use those satin pillowcases,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps because they're cooling and they're soft, so I can go to sleep on that. Um, but yeah, I can't go without like
Ooh, they have a shirt. They have a Sherpa one.
Sherpa gets very warm, and especially if it's weighted.
No, yeah. That's a pretty purple one. That's like purple, right? Ooh, look at the blue one. Ooh, I like that one. I'm
Cheyenne and
easily.
I, Cheyenne and I go way back. She started at Liz when she was 18 or 19,
Mm,
and I kind of adopted her as the big sister because I don't have any sisters.
nope, you are the only girl.
Yep. And she started out part time, I think, in customer service, and then um, became full time, and then she started learning everything else. And I kind of took her under my wing and taught her everything I knew, and she took off like a shooting star. And before you know it, it was me handing in my 2 weeks because the pandemic just killed me.
Nope, I
I
remember.
I couldn't do it anymore. I got another job, or thought I had another job, and left. And then I joined Dreamline not too long after that, and got married that fall.
Yep. Here you go. Here is a cotton blue weighted lap blanket, 7 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know how I did with a lap blanket. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Trying to find the heated one like Cheyenne was talking about.
It's a weighted massaging heated blanket.
Weighted massaging heating blanket. Weighted massage heating blanket.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a couple of them. So sharp. Oh, I think I know which one she has. It may be the sharper image one. Because there's my mermaid tail. Yeah, this one is the calming heat massaging waiting heated pad. It is 4 pounds. Yeah, I think this is the one she's talking about. It's very, very, very popular.
Ah, yes.
I will put the link in chat now. See, I like sharper image. That's where I actually got Brit. I got her a sharper image heated blanket when she was still pregnant with the bean. Um, and she loved
Woo.
that thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing up multiple times. What the hell? Batman. All right, I'm going to private message you that because I don't know why it did that. That's really, really weird. Oh, not on my iPad because it's my iPad. I could just hit the button and beam it to your phone. The hell, Batman. It's all your fault, Batman.
Stupid iPhones.
Listen, now that I've had an iPhone, I really hate to say it. I don't know if I will go back to an Android.
You were just saying the other day you miss it.
I miss certain parts of it, but in the same aspect, I like to be able to just pick up and FaceTime certain family members. So I don't know. I mean, I have my note if I want to go back at any point in time, but I think part family members may see it sent it the same way to you too, with that huge ass link. Bing, certain family members may very well murder me if I get rid of my iPhone.
Yeah, but see, I've got the link.
Yeah, you've got the picture link, right? Oh, you don't have me as short shit in your phone? Oh, yeah, well, I said it's you on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess everybody has me as short shit in their phone.
No, I just have you as midget.
Oh, yeah, midget. Ripper's got me as short shit. Grimm's got me as, I think it says baby. Not me. No, I think mine says Shannon in your phone.
Shanana.
Shannon.
I actually have a friend named Shauna.
Shauna.
Yeah, Shanna. So she told me how to say it. She's like, "Shh, Anna." Like, and she goes, "Don't ever call me Shanna." So one day I was like, "Hey, Shanna," and she just looks at me. So now we just go Shanana.
Shanana. Yeah, it was Shay for a while. Shay was a nickname when I was younger. It's what my sister used to call me. What? Mm-hmm. In the world of where in earth is my sister? So
Oh
We got
no.
caught with another shoplifting charge.
In Florida?
No, I'm talking about Nicole, the one that's here somewhere loose in New Jersey, who's been running from the law now for 2 years. 2 years. I would say comfortably she probably has a multi-page warrant rap sheet.
How do they keep releasing her?
And because everything's overly crowded. And it's not a violent offender.
Where did she get arrested this time?
The last time close was Audubon. She got nailed in Brooklawn. Trenton, Ewing, places like that, and they just keep slapping her on the wrist and letting her go. But it's just to the point. Yeah, where in New Jersey is Nicole? Yeah, that's pretty much how the family feels about it.
What does she steal?
It's what happens when you have a drug addiction. She has a very, very, very bad addiction. The last time that I physically spoke with her for more than 5 minutes was right after the passing of the kids. She called and told me that she didn't know how she was going to live her life. And I didn't take that very well. Grimm took the phone from me. I told her I wanted no contact. She was not welcome at the celebration of life. We are all joking at this point that we are waiting for a reward to be planted on her. Because once that happens, then Big Daddy's going to go hunting. So, in the end, I feel bad for my nephew. My nephew is special needs. He is deaf and autistic. He is in his 20s. Physically, mentally, he is about 5. And mom was there, and now she's not. And he doesn't understand. The family and I have talked about it, and we believe it's probably better off at this point that he is in a group home in Trenton. He is safer there. She has been picked up while he was in her care using in a park. So it is better off that my nephew is where he is. At least we know he is safe.
Right, he has consistent care.
Yeah, he's safe. He has consistent care. We know that he is getting his medication and so forth and so on. So it is a very delicate subject in my household. My little sister, my younger sister, and I have just kind of not written her off. We love her, and we will always love her, but it's not our sister anymore. It's
an addict.
It's an addict. Unfortunately, she is coming to where it runs in her blood. Her mother was an addict. My father was an addict. I have no shame in talking about it. My father was an addict. He did, I believe, heroin and meth for a very, very long time. And he got clean. And he's been sober now. I'm 35. He's been sober 34 years. 34 years he's been sober.
Good for him.
Yeah. But if you want to start going into our spiel about the mental health, that's usually your subject. Let you get unwrap that, and we'll start wrapping up for the night. That way we can go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
So, from all of us here to all of our viewers out there, you know that everybody who is on this show is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you should ever feel like you're going into crisis, if the little voice in your head saying, make it all stop, make it all stop. Everything just needs to go away. That is your trigger warning that you are going into crisis mode because when you start hearing that and you just want everything to stop, the next step is agreeing with the intrusive thoughts, and then self harm may come very closely after that. If you ever feel the need to reach out, there are multiple ways to get a hold of us. Some of you are lucky enough to have our personal numbers. Um, you are more than welcome to reach out to us via text message, instant message from Facebook, or you can reach us on our Discord. You can reach us. We can reach one of us at least 24 hours a day. And if we take a little bit of time getting back to you, that probably means that we were asleep and we need some time to remember what it's like to human. But we will absolutely 100% answer you back. You are not alone. We will always be here for you to listen, to lend advice, whether you take it or not. We will always be here to offer that voice of reason, and just know that you will never be judged for whatever comes out of your mouth. Most of us have that been there, done that, have the t-shirt
Yep.
mentality. As you can see scrolling across the bottom, you do have the suicide and crisis lifeline. Somebody is there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will pick up, they will answer you, they will talk to you. If you want to remain anonymous, they don't require any kind of information. They just want to make sure that you move through crisis and back out so that you do not bring yourself to self-harm. If they do feel the need to send first responders out because they do fear that you are going to move forward, they will do so. There is a safety net for everybody.
We have, from personal experience, Grimm and I have had crisis out for one of his older children. I will say that it is a very compassionate and caring team that does come out. There is no shame in having them come out. So yeah, I know how the crisis team is here, and they're wonderful. They really are.
Absolutely. So moving forward from the serious bit, join us here again tomorrow night beginning at 9 p.m. with, yes, Mr. Nast, we know your phone is always on.
Always
Whether or not the answer on the other end is human is debatable.
Yes, I've gotten him many a time. My favorite thing is now is I FaceTime him. Because I've seen Mr. Nass as a teenager. I mean, I used to just walk in the back door of his house and just go jump on him and wake him up. So I've seen all sides of Mr. Nass getting up in the morning. So nothing scares me. He just goes, what? At this point. And I just laugh at him.
So join us here tomorrow night beginning at 9 p.m. to ring in your weekend with the Reverend Grimm. This show is made for a mature audience only. The first hour is a little timid. After that, all bets are off. Please make sure that young eyes and ears are completely out of the room and out of earshot. It's kind of like a ride. Please keep all arms and hands inside the vehicle at all time until the ride comes to a full and complete stop. And if you feel the need to get off, tough, you're in for the ride.
Yep, you're stuck with it. Buckle up, Buttercup, and get ready for the ride.
Exactly. And then on Saturday night, you have the two guys. You have Mr. Heartless and you have Gingy bringing you Drago and Tink's Neverland, which is a homage to the kids.
The real life Drago and Tink, AJ and Hope.
Where the two boys will be playing a video game. And we'll include you, the audience, in some of their choices. So you will be able to talk with them before they play, while they're playing, and afterwards. Sunday night, we have a reprieve.
Yep. Well, maybe we may go. I may go live and do a pop up once we launch the website. Um, that
As
will get
always,
posted.
exactly. As always, there is the risk of a pop up. So, in my terms, get a bucket helmet.
Yep. Well, no, we don't need a bucket for this one.
Bucket
This is
helmet.
no. This is exciting and emotional and doing something for the babies.
Exactly. But Sundays are mostly a day down where we can kind of relax, do the adult things around our house, like laundry, cleaning. Um, and then beginning your work week, you have Monday night movie night with Mr. Ron Tessing and Mr. Dave to tickle your senses with movie trivia and everything that is movies. So you grab your favorite bowl of popcorn, a comfy seat on the couch, a blanket, and enjoy the show. And that begins at 9. And Tuesday night, the boys are back again. Mr. Ron and Mr. Nast himself do their Tuesday sports roundup beginning at 9, where they talk about anything and everything that is sports.
Yep.
We just got done talking about football season. Pitchers and catchers reported for baseball. So, hey, you bet we play baseball. And so now we're going into baseball season, and the hockey season is beginning to wrap up. We're getting into playoff season. Basketball is going on. NASCAR is just starting back up again. I believe the Brickyard 500 is coming soon.
Yep. Giggity, giggity.
Giggity, giggity. We're going racing, boys. And Wednesday night is, again, a day off. So you kind of have a reprieve from the insanity that is the Basement Show Dwellers.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us back to Thursday night, which is Ladies' Night. Again, this show is based. Okay, so the Brickyard and whatever.
She tried. Leave her be.
It's been so long since I've watched NASCAR. Thursday night brings you back to Ladies' Night. This is a show that is, again, geared towards a feminine audience, but we welcome everybody in. Questions for the ladies with men in their lives, men with ladies in their lives, men with men, ladies with ladies, whatever. There is absolutely no judgment here.
No, whatever floats your boat.
Yep. We cover everything here, from dating advice, domestic awareness, makeup tips. Men that are alone, well, we can help you there as well. We can provide you with topics that you can bring up if you should ever be out in public and you do speed dating, or you have a conversation you want to have with an attractive neighbor or something along that line. We will be more than happy to kind of help direct you.
It's true. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Anyway.
As always, you can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. If you want to join the Discord, please let one of us know so we can get you the invite so you can join the Discord, where we are completely interactive. Sorry, I've been itching my ear.
Downside of headphones.
Yeah, downside of headphones. So you can find us on all the different platforms, and I think that is about it. Did we miss anything?
Just thanking everybody. Without viewers like you, there would be no Basement Show.
That is correct.
So from all of us here on the Basement Show, to all of our viewers out there in the Ethernet or tuning into the mothership, we say thank you, and we hope to catch you next time, and stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen on the Rev Grimm Show, but from us on Ladies' Night, we're going to say good night.
Good night. Have a good night, everybody.